So, end of the road. Top 5 49er players who have to step up now. Number 2, this may be a surprise for you guys, but Drake Jackson. This guy was a high pick, a second-round pick out of USC. This guy has some huge upsides coming out of USC. The thing with him was his production just wasn't what it was, but he was coached out of position from the time he was at USC. They tried to use him as a coverage linebacker in other spots, and it just wasn't the case. So you thought maybe getting him into the NFL level and actually have him just go rush the passer, that would translate pretty well for him. But it hasn't been the case for him. So the last 2 seasons since entering the league with the 49ers, he's only registered 6 career sacks and 1 interception. He's kind of been a okay player. He just hasn't really produced up to what he is, you know? He was considered a first-round pick type of player, you know? But he slid because of the production and maybe the poor coaching. But I think this is it for him. I'm not saying he's out of this team's roster, nah. I just think his opportunities are going to be very limited at this point because there's going to be other players that may surprise you. You might see more playing time from other guys, you know? You saw Robert Beal Jr. He might make a strong case to get more playing time. You look at Yetur Gross-Matos. You don't know what he can do. He might make a strong case for more playing time. So the opportunities for Drake Jackson is going to be very tough. Since he's already missing the rest of training camp, that's definitely going to hurt his cause. But is it going to hurt his roster chance? I don't think so. I think they still have faith in the kid, but he just hasn't really shown enough, you know? Even in the season opener, he had 3 sacks against the Steelers. And ever since then, he just has been a non-factor. And they decide to end this season, you know? They just decide to inactive, you know? Quite a few players have beat him out. But it's going to be a really tough competition. But he's definitely a lock for the roster. That's not out of the question. We just need to see if he is going to step his game up or not. I just feel like the production just hasn't really turned out to be the case. He's averaged 3 sacks a season. The motor's there. It's just the coaching and the way we're coaching him. I don't think he's just really getting there. And the playing weight is not the problem. We are putting him at the right position to play the weight, you know. They've been kind of getting him out of place in college, but I don't think this is the problem. I just think the kid isn't showing it, you know? That's the problem right there. You just have to show it, man. And to be honest with you, he's been a little inconsistent. And the way he plays, you're kind of scratching your head, man. Like, where is this guy? Like, the game against the Steelers, you guys were probably excited about that guy making a huge impact. But then after that, he's been a non-factor. And everybody's been wondering, why do we let those other guys play more snaps over him? He's probably just not showing it. Maybe he's not showing enough effort. Maybe the fact he's just not being as consistent as they want him to be. So you got to prove yourself. Because you wouldn't be in this position. If that's the case, they wouldn't trade for Chase Young. They wouldn't go get Randy Gregory, man. That's how bad Drake Jackson was playing last season, bro. Outside of the Steelers game, dude, you weren't doing quite much as an impact player. This is why they went to go get Randy Gregory. This is why they went to make a trade for Chase Young. Because you weren't stepping up. So you got an opportunity to prove it, man, but you're pretty much missing a huge significant time. So it's definitely going to hurt his chances to get more playing time. So that's how I look at it, you know?